today. Can we give him a letter grade for the 4 games that we did see him?
I give him a B. Because I believe he carried the Blazers in the first victory, Skip. Scored 34 points, 6 threes, including 3 down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Game 3, he had 34 and 7 with 5 threes. He injured his finger late in the ball game. Game 2, he injured his finger, but he played with dislocated finger in Game 3 and played very, very well. And then last night, it was basically over before it really got started, and he ends up hurting his knee. But I think Dame has played well. The Blazers are the 8th seed. Now, that's what Skip tells me. Blazers are the 8th seed.
I didn't tell you.
Yes,
that.
you did. That's
the
what you
league
told me.
told you.
No, you told me. You told me. I don't pay attention to the league. I listen to you. Because you've been doing this. You've been in existence. You've been coming.
Longer than the league.
Yeah, longer than the league.
Yeah.
So the 8th seed going against the 1 seed with 2 superstars, they shouldn't win. They shouldn't.
You said they'd win 2 games.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, hold on. Is it the best 2 out of 3 or is it the best 4 out of 7? So winning 2 games will get you what?
Well, some experts known as Charles Barkley and Greg Anthony said Portland's going to win this series.
Exactly. But here's the thing, Skip. They say that, and they win, they look like geniuses. They say that, they lose, and then what? They were the 8th seed. They weren't supposed to win. So there is no downside to saying to taking the approach that they took. My only point is that I think Dame has played well. Last night notwithstanding. No one played well, but it was an avalanche. It got out of hand. I mean, they missed those shots. Skip, it was 15-0. No shots went in early, and it seemed like they got frustrated. They started every call. Whiteside was arguing every call. Melo was arguing. Everybody was arguing calls, and the Lakers was going up and down the court. So for me, I'm going to give him a B in the games that he's played. I thought he's played well, but he's overmatched. The Lakers are a better team. He did win 1 game. Okay.
So the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp has taught me that Damian Lillard is a superstar, and I've heard the word come out of his mouth repeatedly over the last 2 weeks. He is special.
Yes.
So given that, I've got to grade him by, I'm setting my bar way up here.
He won a game.
Yeah. Huh?
He won a game.
I don't know if he won the game, but they did win the first game thanks to LeBron going completely quiet down the stretch.
So why you got to blame LeBron instead of giving him credit?
I've got to grade him by the highest curve.
Okay.
I'm going to give him a D because I expected so much more. Well, you gave him a B, which I was shocked you gave him that low. I thought you'd give him an A-. So D, because everybody told me he has arrived. This is it. He owns the bubble. He's scoring 60 points a game. And I'm like, okay, now the playoffs start. Now you have a golden opportunity against the purple and gold of the Lakers to show me, take over a game. Show me one.
He did, game 1.
Show me a Donovan Mitchell game. Show me a Jamal Murray game. Just 1 game. He had 1 flurry in 4 games, and it was in mid-4th quarter of game 1.
Okay.
But LeBron still had a 6-point lead with 7 minutes to go, and LeBron came up completely empty down the stretch, missing 2 free throws. He scored 2 points over the last 7 minutes on a tip-in. That's all you got. And LeBron missed a huge 3 with 30 seconds left that would have cut it to 2. It was more about what LeBron didn't do because after the 3rd 3, which came with about 4 minutes left in that 4th quarter, we didn't hear from Damian again. It wasn't like Donovan Mitchell finishes a game or Jamal finishes a game and an overtime. I've yet to see one of those games from Damian. And obviously in game 3 in the 4th quarter, it's a winnable game. And he goes 1 for 6 in the 4th quarter and 0 for 4. So for the whole series, he's shooting 31% from the field. That's horrible. And 33% from 3. And again, I give you all that we've talked about. He is the greatest athlete rapper we've ever heard.
There ain't nobody.
Well, I'm telling you, but this helped hype him as a basketball player.
No.
He is the smoothest long-distance three-point shooter I've ever seen. It is so smooth and effortless. I love to watch him shoot it, but he doesn't make enough of them when they really matter. Last night, it's do or die for them, basically, because it's 2-1. You're going to fall down 3-1. He doesn't make his first shot until they're down 24 points. That's not transcendent superstar.
Skip, it was an avalanche, okay? It got out of hand. But it's a 1-8 matchup. And although we've seen 8s beat 1 seeds, let's not pretend that the Lakers with AD and LeBron is probably more formidable than any other 1-8 matchup in history.
Is he a superstar or not? He's a star to me, but he's not
So let me ask you a
superstar.
question.
He's not in that top echelon.
So let me ask you a question. Was Michael Jordan a superstar?
Why do we always have to go back
Because
to
I want to know.
Don't put Damian Lillard in the
because
same
you
sentence
you
with
tell
him.
me anybody that's transcendent, that's a superstar, should win one game. Why didn't Jordan win a game?
Against the Boston Celtics? Are you kidding me? After he had broken his leg and missed most of the year.
So he was playing on a broken
and
leg.
against the best wishes of the team doctors, he said, I want to play in the playoffs.
So Michael Jordan scored 63 points on a broken leg.
Well, he's just coming off it. It's probably tender.
No. He played in the regular season too.
Yeah. He played the last, 2 games?
He played the regular season. So the leg was healed.
Well, it's just stupid. We're just wasting our time on this. We're talking about Damian Lillard.
That's my point.
This was my point going in, and I told him this literally on the phone, so to his face. I told him, just show me.
Show me.
Show me what you can do, because the last 2 playoffs had ended so badly for him. He got swept by the Pelicans, and he got swept by the no KD Golden State Warriors. All 4 games close going to the fourth quarter. One they led. And in those fourth quarters, he shot 29% combined from 3.
So
it's horrible. There's no clutch shooting here.
So
you can't do it when it matters the most.
Okay, you want to make an argument? Okay, I'll give you that. Getting swept by the Pelicans when you're the 3 seed by a 6 seed is bad. But they got swept last year by the number 1 seed in Golden State, correct?
Yeah. No KD. It's just 2 guards versus 2 guards, basically.
But is that the same team that won 73-9 went 73-9 without KD with a unanimous MVP?
Well, that was what, 3 years before that?
That was 2. So they had played before in playoffs games without KD. Am I correct?
Are you that guy or not? I'm asking you.
Hold on just a second. I'm just a second now. So in other words, unless Dame Lillard, the only way he could convince you he was that guy, he needed to be a 1 seed with 2 superstar players.
Well, I just said, show me one game against the Lakers where you said, I took that game over and I finished it.
Game 1.
LeBron finished it by unfinishing it. Well, it was.
So in other words, there was nothing he could have done, because then you put it on LeBron. Well, LeBron didn't finish. It wasn't what Dame did do. It was what the other guy didn't do.
Okay, did Damian hit the 2 biggest shots of that game to close it off, the 2 daggers? No, it was Melo and Gary Trent Jr. back-to-back, huge threes.
Yeah. The game was about to get out of hand.
Damian didn't score over the last, 4.5 minutes of the game?
The game was about to get out of hand. It was his 3 threes right there in the middle.
I give you the flurry of 3 threes in the middle of the fourth quarter, but he did not take it home. Those other 2 made shots, and LeBron and AD went back-to-back to the free throw line and missed both their free throws.
But Skip,
it was by default.
But what I can't understand is that you won't give the guy credit when he does something. It's always default. You always give Tom Brady, you say, you see what he did, but you don't mention about the other guys collapsing. You don't mention the interception. You said what he did against the Legion of Boom. But what about what Russ did, throwing the interception? What about what Matt Ryan and the Falcons, the collapse? You say it was all Tom Brady.
Well, think about this. Against the Legion of Boom, wait a second, down 24-14 going to the fourth quarter against that group, one of the most intimidating forces we've ever seen in this league. Think about this. He throws for 124 just in the fourth quarter and 2 touchdowns to win the game.
And guess what?
Wow.
And see